Bribery comes in many different forms and exists throughout the world. It is unethical, illegal, and by definition corrupt, meaning it is an abuse of power for personal gain. The problem is vast, and the repercussions are widespread. Corruption debases democracy, undermines the rule of law, distorts markets, and stifles economic growth. Kofi Annan, former Secretary General of the United Nations. As a law firm, it is our obligation to uphold the integrity of our organization and its business. Bribery can be presented in subtle and sophisticated ways. It's not limited to the old stereotype of brown paper bags stuffed with cash. What is bribery? Active bribery includes any offer, promise, or giving of financial or other services to induce an action which is illegal, unethical, or a breach of trust. Passive bribery occurs when a person requests, agrees to receive, or otherwise accepts a bribe. Bribes are not always paid in cash and can include additional work, gifts, loans, services, donations, or job offers. So, how does this affect you? Bribery and corruption are defined differently in different parts of the world. It's the firm's policy to comply with all laws, rules and regulations governing anti-bribery and corruption law in all the countries in which we operate. Furthermore, it is a fundamental principle of good business practice to respect local laws when operating internationally. You are required to familiarize yourself with our firm's policies and your specific obligations under local and international law. If you suspect or have knowledge of a bribe being offered, given, or requested to you or to anyone else, you must report it to the appropriate person at our firm. Apart from a bribery offence, you should consider whether anti-money laundering legislation requires our firm to report a suspicion to the authorities. If you fail to report any money laundering suspicions, you may be held liable for failing to report these activities. Non-compliance can result in a range of disciplinary actions including dismissal, losing your license to practice, fines, and imprisonment. Red flags. Some examples of situations which might raise a red flag for bribery include lavish gifts or hospitality being given or received, making unexpected or illogical decisions when accepting projects or contracts, missing documents or records regarding meetings or decisions, firm procedures or guidelines not being followed, pressure exerted for payments to be made urgently or ahead of schedule, payments being made unnecessarily through a third party or country. Follow your instinct. Ultimately, if something feels wrong, it probably is. If you're concerned about bribery or corruption in any form, report it to the designated person in the firm immediately.